Hey, what's up, guys? Actually, I'm gonna sit down. What's up, guys? So, I wanted to share something with you. Some interesting stories that are going on right now. So, just give me 1 second to look for what I'm looking for. So, South Korea says no plans to ban cryptocurrency exchanges, but uncovers $600 million in illegal trades. What the heck is going on here? It said authorities, actually, I gotta go backwards here. Backwards is forwards. Seoul, Reuters. This is an article from Reuters, however you want to say it. South Korea's finance minister said the government has no plans to shut down cryptocurrency trading. Welcome news for investors worried that authorities might go as far as China's tough action on blocking virtual coin platforms. The comment by Kim Don-yeon on Wednesday comes as traders at home and around the world have been spooked by conflicting comments from government officials in South Korea, a major hub for cryptocurrency trade, that Seoul was planning to ban local digital coin exchanges. There is no intention to ban or suppress cryptocurrency. There is no intention to ban or suppress cryptocurrency. Suppress, I think there might be some intention there. If you have to go and say there's no intention to suppress cryptocurrency, just think about it. Kim said, adding, the government's immediate task is to regulate exchanges. It's obviously how well different governments in different countries work together and talk to each other, or are in groups communicating with each other, because you see the same things happening at the same times at almost everywhere around the world. At least the countries that go along, and sometimes there's some that go first, and then it's brought elsewhere after the initial test regulations. For instance, when new laws are passed, or even legalizing marijuana, it's tested in some places first, but then it moves elsewhere very quickly, and it seems like an overall goal of the national global economy and system, I guess. So, reinforcing Seoul's intent to tighten the screws on a market widely seen as opaque and risky by global policymakers. The country's customs earlier on Wednesday announced it had uncovered illegal cryptocurrency foreign exchange trading worth nearly $600 million. And you obviously see governments very happy when they seize big amounts of Bitcoin. They probably get promotions. They probably are incentivized to do this. And we've seen some of them have tried to multiple times take the Bitcoin cryptocurrency for themselves, or at least some of it, and even being charged in some cases in the Silk Road case. But let's see what else they have to say. So, illegal foreign cryptocurrency trading. What does that mean? That was my first thoughts. Customs Service has been closely looking at illegal foreign exchange trading using cryptocurrency as a part of the government's task force. It said, South Korea has been at the forefront of pushing for broad regulatory oversight of cryptocurrency trading, as many locals, including students and housewives, jumped into a frenzied market despite warnings from policymakers around the world of a bubble. So the bubble thing didn't work. They didn't take the warning of you shouldn't do this. Now we have to enforce it. But what are they worried about with this? And how can they make trading cryptocurrencies illegal in one sense, but not another? So let's read on to find out. Seoul previously said that it is considering shutting down local cryptocurrency exchanges, which threw the market into turmoil and hammered Bitcoin prices. I guess they got the result they were looking for. Officials later clarified that an outright ban is only one of the steps being considered. Why would they even say that? If it's being considered and it hasn't been made a choice, it's just a thought, then why are you spreading FUD or creating fear in people by even saying it? And a final decision was yet to be made. Well, obviously we know the answers to these questions. There is no intention to ban or suppress cryptocurrency. Sorry, got to go backwards. Crypto crimes. So here we get the crypto crimes. Customs said about 637.5 billion won, or about $596 million worth of foreign exchange crimes were detected. Foreign exchange crimes. Did they just create a new crime to steal Bitcoin, to be able to steal Bitcoin? Like, I knew they were using all these other ridiculous tactics, but this one is ridiculous sounding. Foreign exchange crimes were detected. Illegal foreign currency trading of 472.3 billion formed the bulk of the cryptocurrency crimes. It is said in a statement, but gave no details on what action authorities were taking against the rule breaches. Well, they seized the money. They don't need to take much action at this point. They're worrying about what they're going to do with the money. In one case, here you go, here it explains. In one case, an illegal FX agency collected a total of 1.7 billion won, or $1.59 million, from local residents in a form of electronic wallet. So they got the money in a form of electronic wallet. Pretty funny the way these people understand this stuff. Coins to transfer it to a partner agent abroad. They're looking at this like it's overseas money laundering. But it's not. This is not the intent. Maybe, it's the intent between you guys and a lot of, these older people, but we just want to trade crypto. And they just want our crypto because it's valuable. And it really is where the power will be in the future, and they know that. Residents in a form of electronic wallet. Okay, so the partner agent then cashed them out and distributed the settlement to clients based in that country, according to the statement. So there you go. They don't want people taking money out of their country. It's now a crime. Really just a way the laws that are getting passed are just becoming more ridiculous and more ridiculous. You know of the law where Police can take your money if it's a big amount of money, cash you have on you, and just assume that it's for illegal activity if you have a big amount of cash on you. And that cash goes on trial, and the cash can't defend itself, the cash can't hire a lawyer, and you are not on trial, so it has nothing to do with you. So it always goes in the favor of the police. They're just supposed to spend it on police things. So the type of things they buy with this stuff, or sometimes they don't even report it, it's ridiculous, the type of laws that are being passed. You can just steal someone's money now and call it whatever you want. And it's totally illegal. But you guys know all that stuff that's going on, and that we're going to change. That's what we're doing, and that's why cryptocurrencies are here. So in South Korea, only licensed banks and brokers can offer foreign exchange services. Local companies and residents who move more than $3,000 out of the country at a time must submit documents to tax authorities explaining reasons for the transfers. Annual overseas transfers of more than $30,000 must also be reported with similar documents. Yeah, that's $50,000. Effective from January 30th, authorities imposed rules which allow only real name bank accounts. This is important here too, very important. So effective from January 30th, authorities imposed rules which allow only real name bank accounts to be used for cryptocurrency trading, designed to stop virtual coins from being used for money laundering and other crimes. So the law just changed in the past couple days. This bill was passed as well, on top of what just happened here. They've also been raiding exchanges, looking for information on how cryptocurrencies work, so that they can ultimately find a reason to get involved and obviously confiscate some. And they also have in South Korea passed a law where they can ban, basically take down any exchange they like if they are money laundering, or people on that exchange are committing crimes. And on every exchange there's someone that has money on there that has been used in a crime at some point, most likely buying drugs online. But so it really just gives them a reason to take down exchanges and confiscate the whole funds of the exchange. So more reasons why to get one of these bad boys and put most of your money in here, especially if you're not using it, and try to get wallets for each cryptocurrency. You can download wallets on most websites. Just go to the website and you can download a special wallet for that cryptocurrency, and you can store your crypto in there. So it said authorities will continue to monitor for any violations of foreign exchange rules of money laundering activities. Bitcoin stood still at, they're talking about the price dropping. So there you go. There were some regulators saying there were plans to ban, and others were saying there's no ban. There's conflicting opinions and vocalized opinions by regulators and authorities. This confused everybody, and obviously the price reflects. And so that's why you keep seeing articles saying, no, there's not a South Korean ban. We're going to go to my screen here now, but I'll just show you the market cap, and you can see for yourself what's going on. Okay, so there's a couple things going on. Real quick, I'll just mention a couple things that are happening. So, making a crypto utopia in Puerto Rico. So, inside the former Children's Museum in Old San Juan, Puerto Rico, which he and his colleagues hope to make a part of a crypto utopia where the money is virtual and the contacts are all public. This is what I want to create myself, and I can see popping up communities where we just use virtual currencies, decentralized systems, and it'll be our choice which type of experience we want to have. Ethereum's standard ETC or Ethereum Classic is having a Callisto airdrop, and so there's a new cryptocurrency being created, basically a fork of Ethereum Classic, but it's going to be called Callisto, and it's going to be CLO, proof of work, and it's going to be an upgrade, but it's supposed to be most likely to be a brand new blockchain with CLO as an indigenous money established in order to examine speculative procedures, feasible scaling services, and also established an administration system which incentivizes both miners and also coin owners. Also, NASA awards grant for Ethereum blockchain related research. NASA has awarded a grant to the University of Akron for research into data analytics and other topics related to space exploration. So we're literally going to use things like Ethereum to take Ethereum to the moon with NASA. So another reason Ethereum is definitely going to the moon. Globecoin's ICO release coming quickly. I have not read this article. Actually, it was just here for me to read when I get a chance. And now we get into what I wanted to talk about here in a second. I want to show you a couple of videos, short clips of videos. After I change the screen. Live streaming, it takes time. It takes time to do all this stuff live. I'm just trying to change the browser here. There we go. Okay. So I made a crypto rap song and video to go with it. You can check it out. I just posted it before this video, and part of it's on my Twitter. So really, this is the article I shared with you earlier from Reuters, just to show you it's a real article. Hong Kong seeks to educate the public on cryptocurrency and ICOs. So basically, another look at it. Hong Kong sets example, prefers crypto education over a ban. And then if you look at South Korean Bitcoin, which relates to what we were talking about, look at what all these videos are about. South Korea clamps down on Bitcoin trading. North Korean and South Koreans are obsessed with Bitcoin. South Korea seeks measures to curb Bitcoin frenzy. South Korea deals latest blow to Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops as South Korea constructs trading ban. Bitcoin drops as South Korea says exchange closures are possible. Bitcoin under pressure as South Korea considers trading ban. South Korea new cryptocurrency rules. how South Korea can influence Bitcoin value. A Bitcoin frenzy like no other is gripping South Korea. Starting to see a pattern? Bitcoin briefly falls 11% after South Korea moves to ban new. Korea's prime minister is worried that Bitcoin is corrupting kids. Bitcoin South Korea cryptocurrency exchange, that's the only normal one here. South Korea plans to ban cryptocurrency trading. Bitcoin drops after South Korea announced it may close its. You get the picture, and it goes on and on and on. And all I typed in was South Korean Bitcoin. So let's watch a couple of little clips of some of these videos, and you'll get the picture. If you've ever seen the movie They Live, it's you know, making your subconscious look at things certain ways. The media is very good at doing that.
I mean, look, not to be too facetious, because the cryptoids are going to come after us, but there is a notion this thing's coming down. And Korea is a high single-digit user, but I wonder, guys, whether the more the government cracks down, the more exciting it is for the cryptoids, right? Because it becomes even more scary.
Well, I think it was Goldman's point yesterday was that it appears to be working in countries where currencies are already unstable, right? Well, that's where a large part of the interest is.
Yes, Venezuela is going to have a couple million barrels or 2 million barrels of oil offline. They can't.
But they're trying to create their own asset-backed crypto with their oil production that they may not even actually own the oil production, but that doesn't seem to bother them.
Do they have blockchain?
Chinese,
we own
yes,
it.
they're trying to
introduce
blockchain. Well,
in Venezuela?
Yeah, Maduro blockchain.
It's on TV all the time, according to Michelle's report.
Really?
They talk about it constantly.
Constantly.
Yeah.
As do we.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube.
CNBC, they're supposed to be a big authority. A lot of people take their opinions as, how the world works.
To bring cryptocurrency to the mainstream, opening regulated exchanges, creating futures contracts, and attempting to list exchange-traded funds. The recent surge in cryptocurrency prices has coincided with a flood of interest about the blockchain technology behind Bitcoin, which uses a decentralized and public ledger of transactions that can't be manipulated. IBM, Microsoft, and Toyota have all invested in blockchain and are looking at potential applications ranging from food safety to driverless cars. So what is preventing even more widespread adoption? Regulation, or the lack thereof. In July 2017, the SEC announced that federal securities law may apply to some cryptocurrencies, without providing concrete guidelines to determine which ones. Meanwhile, China has outright banned ICOs, or initial coin offerings, along with the exchanges where coins are traded. Guidelines for individuals that mine and trade cryptocurrencies also vary wildly, with countries like Venezuela going as far as putting miners in jail. So what's next in the year ahead? The cryptocurrency community is eager for clarity from regulators on ICOs, trading, mining, and taxes. As that happens, more investors and end users could dip their toes in the water. Many have compared the current state of blockchain to the early days of the internet, a digital Wild West teeming with opportunity. And just like the internet, there will likely be winners and losers.
Well said. That kind of, makes you see things clearer and brightens up all this negativity.
Your view on Bitcoin?
It's a very
good question. I mean, basically, I think it's a bubble, and I think at some point it will completely collapse.
Completely, yeah, right.
Well, more or less completely collapse. But I mean, I should. Now, as I understand it at the moment, to actually use Bitcoin in a transaction is extremely difficult.
My colleague Matt Miller might disagree with you, but I guess it is difficult. Whether it's extremely, anyway,
it's also expensive.
Yep.
And in addition, it's nothing like as easy as cash.
Yep.
So in my wallet, I've got cash. That's quite easy to use. I've got cards. They're extreme. But I think it's pretty unlikely. A store of value, not inconceivable. But I think it's pretty unlikely. The reason why you hold gold in a portfolio, ghastly might happen in the world, whether a nuclear war or goodness knows what, you have a bit of gold because you can feel pretty confident that A, it'll still be there, and B, it'll probably go up in value. Now, my guess is if war in Korea happens, that is the case with Bitcoin. These other cryptocurrencies might be deemed a better cryptocurrency. 5 years, in 10 years, in 1 year, any of these other cryptocurrencies might be deemed a better cryptocurrency. Yeah.
It has been driven by generally a younger generation, a demographic, generally in Asia or on the west coast of the United States. What does that tell you about, does that tell you anything about their view of fiat money, structure of society? Is it kind of, is this
guy's smart. This guy that's talking is smart. The other guy is blind
to that, or is this simply just
angry?
Just a bunch of tulips, and we're kind of off to the races.
Nothing about that former bit. I think that is the bit that
he looks like a banker, doesn't he?
That does the rounds, and people are rejecting governments and reject.
I think it tells you nothing about that. People aren't rejecting government.
You know, central banks and modern society. And I think it's.
Why should regulators worry about it then?
Well, the value of bitcoins is, what's the figure now? Is it somewhere in the region of 250 billion dollars? That's quite a lot of money. That's quite a lot of money that people will or might lose.
Will or might lose.
And that's
pretty
month.
Pretty clear picture coming from the media.
Meantime, Bitcoin traders are expecting higher volatility as South Korea is the largest Bitcoin market. In fact, South Korea reportedly makes up 20% of global Bitcoin trade. Bitcoin took a large dip on the news, as did...
Oh, so all you guys to do is... Oh, now this South Korea thing makes sense.
Blockchain-related companies. Overstock and Square, which accept Bitcoin, are also down around 2%. And with today's losses, Bitcoin is down 33% from its recent high. Now, it's not just Bitcoin that could face more regulation. Initial coin offerings, which are already banned in South Korea and China, are expected to face more scrutiny from regulators in Washington. I spoke to the former OMB director, David Stockman.
Oh, it's not just Bitcoin anymore that, you know, they're attacking. It's all cryptocurrencies that could free you from the current system.
Who said?
Okay, one more small thing and then we're out of here.
This morning, the government of South Korea commented further, stating that this was just a proposal by the Ministry of Justice and that many other ministries would have to be involved, commenting and consulting before such a ban could be implemented. And
all they have to do is put the word ban, and your subconscious mind picks up government ban South Korea Bitcoin. And that's what most people's subconscious mind pick up. So the media knows how to do all these things very well. Very, very well.
And enforced. This exposes one of the weaknesses of cryptocurrencies in general, especially.
And that's the one thing that makes me nervous about Bitcoin's price, is when all the powers that be start attacking it. They have a pretty good system that they've worked out over the years that works pretty good. So doesn't really stand a chance. That's why if we can work together, it's the only thing that's going to work. That's why some people like to work with the regulators. Let them profit, but let us free ourselves at the same time.
Especially as a store of value. If one of the major countries trading or accepting cryptocurrencies decides to put through an outright ban for one reason or another, the store of value argument goes away. Keep in mind that Bitcoin is still lower than where it was when the CME Group futures launched their Bitcoin futures contract.
Oh, keep that in mind. Keep that in your subconscious mind, that it's lower. Sorry, but yeah, good point. After the CME contracts were launched that were supposed to help the volatility, it's now super volatile, and all these short positions that are coming out, it now makes it easy to short as well. And it's no coincidence you're seeing all this happen at the same time. people, insiders know that these bannings, these regulations are going to happen. That's why they set up these CME groups. Oh, for more information, visit CME group. This is a Bloomberg video. That's what it's all about. Most of these videos were Bloomberg. Actually, a couple of them were. Here, this was Bloomberg. Korea's prime minister is worried Bitcoin is corrupting kids. This is, you know, this affects most of the general population. It affects them, at least the people that still watch TV. So, anyways, guys, that's about enough rambling for me. So, we'll see you guys later. There we go. We'll see you guys later, and have a good night.
Reading Fortune, I just got the news. I can be a millionaire too. Check the OP, what did he do? Gas in his bag so they go to the moon. Spent half an eighth, I got $1 million coins like the real McCoy. You know I feel that joy, cause if it goes to $1, I won't believe my luck. And now 10 on my Lambos for me and my friends.